Hello everyone, this is Uday, Assistant Professor of Commerce from KD Societies Degree College, BBA Nagarbavi. So on my previous videos, I have taught you regarding with individual series and discrete series problems in the sense of mean deviation as well as with your coefficient of mean deviation. Now today we are going to have move off to the next topic, that is continuous series. This continuous series problems are which includes with the class interval problems. So class interval problems are the most trickiest one where students get confused a lot. Fine. So we'll go for the step-by-step solution how to go for that. Okay, before going into that, we have a need to know the formula which is to be included in your continuous series. For continuous series, the mean deviation formula is summation of f dx divided by n, as well as where dx or the dy is the variation between the middle points of class intervals and values of mean, median, mode. So normally in your class interval problems, you should always take a mid values. Okay, so we'll see how to take the mid values. There are two methods where you can go for to find out with the mid values. Fine. So next is the summation of f, that is the total, that is n. Then we have coefficient of mean deviation. So for the formula, it is mean deviation divided by mean, median, mode. So normally the mean deviation problems or the questions demands you to solve mean deviation or the coefficient of mean deviation from mean or median or mode. So basically you need to see first on what uh, criteria or the what question demands to find out. Fine. So we'll take a problem where you can understand very easily. Fine. So the question is the calculate mean deviation from median and coefficient of mean deviation from the following data. So here they have demanded us to calculate the coefficient and mean deviation through median. So here I have to take completely full charge regarding with your median formula as well. So in the basis of the median formula, we need to solve. Fine. So they have given us the question, that is the age group, that is 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60, and as well as with the 60 to 70. And they are also given with the frequency, that is also treated as number of workers 8, 12, 20, 16, and 4. So we'll go for the solution how to solve this one, Anta. Fine. So for this, you need to have the columns. So the first step is to take out the table and write it down. Fine. The first table consists of the first column, it is class interval. The second column consists of frequency. Write down the question as it is in the question. While doing that one, take out the total of frequency. Okay, you have to completely total it, because the total will help you to solve the next procedure. Fine. You have to total, you get the total, that is here in this question we have got 60. Fine. So then you have to go for compulsory of the mid value. So mid values will help you in certain extent. I'll see you where on that. Fine. So we have to take the mid value. So to calculate this mid values, you need the class interval. Fine. So 20 to 30, I have taken the mid value, that is 25. 30 to 40, I have taken 35. 40 to 50, it is 45. 50 to 60, it is 55. 60 to 70, it is 65. Or else, if you're getting confusion while taking with your mid values, you can also go for other procedure where you have to add this class interval, right? Half 20 plus 30 divided by 2. When you do this, you also get the 25 answer or the mid value of the class interval. So this is what the another method where you can solve. Why? Then you have to calculate cumulative frequency, because cumulative frequency will help you to find out with the other thing. Fine. So cumulative frequency, how to do this one? So 8, you have to take the frequency as it is, write down the 8 as it is, then add 8 to this 12, you'll get 20. Then this 20 should be added to the next 20, it is 40. Then this 40 should be added to 16, then it becomes 56. So 56 plus 4, it is 60. This total of your frequency and the cumulative frequency of the last one will match up very easily, right? So this is the main thing where you can understand this cumulative frequency is correct or wrong. Fine. The next table, next column we are going to go for it is m minus a. A is the assumed value. Fine. M is the mid value. Okay. You have to take any of the value which is assumed. You can take 45, nor with a 55, nor with a 65. Fine. It's your wish. Fine. Assumed value is an assumed. Fine. So you have to minus with this values. So for doing that one, I have taken here 45 as the assumed value. Fine. So 45 minus 25, it becomes 20. 45 minus 35, it becomes 10. 45 minus 45, it becomes 0. And 45 minus 55, it is 10. And 55 minus 65, it is 20. Fine, I have to take with the minus and plus symbols, right? The negative sign and positive signs. But I've said you in the previous classes also, in your mean deviation or with your coefficient of mean deviation, we should completely avoid the plus or minus sign to your problem. Fine. The next thing we are going is that is FDX. So you have to multiply the frequency into your DX column where we have just calculated that one. Fine. 8 into 20 you get 160. 12 into 10 you get 120. 20 into 0 it is 0. 16 into 10 it becomes 160. 4 into 20 it becomes 80. Fine. You get the total of it. When you get the total, you get 520. Okay. The columns which are going to be calculated with the you are going to multiply with your frequencies, you have to completely get the total of it. Fine. Next is you have to calculate with FM, or it is also called as FX. Fine. Why we are taking Andre in your problem, we can also solve this in direct method. Okay, I'm going to teach you with the both methods also. Fine. So here I have taken just I have multiplied with the mid value. Simple. Okay, 8 into 25, it is 200. 12 into 35, it is 420. 20 into 45, it is 900. 16 into 55, it is 880. 4 into 65 is 260. Get the total of it. Fine. I have also marked here X. It can also be treated as X or M, mid values. Fine. So that is why I have written here FM or FX. Fine. Now for this you need to go for the calculation. So how to go for the calculation? Fine. The first one is we need the. I am going for a normal method. Just after this completion, we'll go for the direct formula where you can get easily answer. Fine. So for that, for the normal method, first you need to go for the median formula. So median, for calculating your median, we need n1. So be careful by getting this one. So n1 for m, that is n1 for median. Okay, n divided by 2. So n, we have got the total of the frequency, that is 60, right? 60 divided by 2, it is 30. Fine. Then getting your values for your L, F, CF and N1, we need to calculate this N1. Fine. So when you get this N1, you have to look into the cumulative way. Okay. You have to see where does this 30 lies. So it lies between 14 here, right? 30, 22 here. It's in the middle, right? Okay. Then when you get this one, clearly observe this one because it lies here. I'm marking. Look, it lies between 30. Fine. For this, you have to get the values. So we need L, we need CF, we need F, and we need I. Right? N1 we are already got. That is 30. So we'll write down the same values. Fine. So L, that is the lower thing. That will be. So here it does lies. So we are taking as a 40 as the base. Fine. Because it doesn't have 30k other than values on the Hilila. So that is why I'm taking here. So 40. So take down. So L will be 40. If you have clearly understand this median problem, it will be very easy to solve this mean deviation. Okay. So then we have cumulative frequency we need. So for getting the cumulative frequency, the 40, the upper, it is 20, right? This one. So write down 20. Fine. Then we need frequency. For getting the frequency, this is the frequency because the 40 to 50 lies between here, right? So we get 20 here also. Then I, that is a class interval difference. So class interval difference, it is 10. Fine. This is the method where you can get the values. Fine. First you need to go for N1. Then when you find out that value, then you go for the CF here. You have to find out value where it lies. Then here it is 40. Always look into one. Don't go for the previous one. Go for the preceding one. Okay na? Next numbers ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಏನು ನಂಗೆ 30 ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಸೊ 30 ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾನ್ ಫಾರ್ 40. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 40 ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಲ್ ಬಂದು 40 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 20 that becomes f, cf will become 20, and n1 you have already got, that is 30. Fine. So I'll just erase this one. Now we'll go for the next. We have got the values, right? You clearly understood. Look, I have written. Okay, L is 40, F is 20, CF is 20, and N1 is 30. Now you have to implement your median formula. Fine. So median formula is M equals L plus N1 minus CF divided by F into I. For your continuous series, this is the formula where you will be using in your median calculation. Understood? That is the step I have taken here. Fine. So M, that is 40. Okay, then 30, that is okay, L is 40 I have taken here. N1, that is 30 minus 20, that is CF is 20 here, then divided by F, that is also a 20 here, into 10, that is a class interval difference. I said you it is 10, right? Execute this formula. When you execute, this will be the answer, that is 45. Understood? So this is the step. Then after going for it, then you have to go for the next step, that is mean deviation, because we are not found out with mean deviation. We have just find out the value of median. That's all. Okay. So FDX divided by N. What is the FDX total? To see that one, we need to go for the table. Fine. So FDX total is 520. Fine. Now 520 divided by 60. N is the 60 here. Okay. When you divide this one, you get 8.67. Okay. You have got the mean deviation. Now we have to go for the coefficient of mean deviation. Okay. So coefficient of mean deviation will be mean deviation divided by median. Right. So what is the mean deviation for me? That is 8.67. What is the median I have taken for your table? That is 45. Do you remember this one? Assumed value, that will be your median, 45. Understood? I've taken 45 divided ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, or you can also go for a look here, 45 median value you have already found out that one ಅಲ್ಲ. So 45 ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ 0.192. So this is what the finding of your mean deviation as well as with your coefficient of mean deviation through median. So for, I'm just brushing up the shortened here. First the table ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ when you get the question, you have to solve through median. Firstly you have to get those n1 value. First table ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Table ಅಲ್ಲಿ middle value CF, DX, FDX and FX or FM. Fine. Get the total of frequency, get the total of FDX, get the total of FX or FM. Fine. When you get this total, you have to go for the solution. For that n1, that is median ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, that is n divided by 2. You have got the frequency, so divide ಮಾಡಿ you get 30. Fine. Using the 30, you can get the values of F, L, CF and N1. Fine. Execute that one. When you execute, you get the median value, that is 45 here. Then you go for the execution of your mean deviation. For mean deviation, the formula is summation of sigma FDX divided by N. So FDX the total is 520. You have seen here. Okay. When you get this 520, execute that one. So 520 divided by N, that is 8.67. Then you have to find out with coefficient of mean deviation. So for finding out for your coefficient of mean deviation, so formula is mean deviation divided by mean, median or mode. So your question lies between with the median. So I am going for a median. So I have already got this median value, that is 45. So mean deviation I have got 8.67. So 8.67 divided by 45, you get 0.192. So this is what the method. Okay. Now we are going for a direct formula. For direct formula, the same procedure lies. Okay. So for your direct formula or the direct method we are going to use here. So we have solved with normal method. Now for your direct formula, what if students are compatible with the direct formula, you can go for direct formula. There is no saying that you have to go through normal as well as with your direct method. Whichever is easier for you, you can go for it. Fine. So we have thought with normal. Now we are going for a direct method. For your direct method, we need the values of summation of fx1, summation of fx2, summation of f1, summation of f2. To find out this one, say first you need to get the n1 value, that is a median value, n divided by 2, you get 30, right? Now you look into the problem. Fine. Now when you look into the problem, okay, here you have to look into the table, okay, for this. So I have got n1 as a 30, right? I'll just write it down here. Here I have got median, that is 30. On the base of this, I have to get these values of fx1, fx2, right? I think you will be knowing that one, fx1 is the greater than mean, fx2 is the lesser than mean, or the median, or the mode, anything, fine. Now the 30 lies here, you have to see the cumulative frequency, so 30 lies in between here, fine. That is the 40 value. So I have taken 40, right? In your normal method, same it applicable here. So greater than mean, that is greater than 30, will be fx1. I am marking here 880 and 260 will be the sigma, that is a summation of fx1. 200 plus 420 will become summation of fx2. Fine. Like this, ftx also will be same. Fine. As well as we need summation of f1 and summation of f2. For this, 8 plus 12, then 16 plus 4. This will be the values for you to find out with your direct formula. So direct formula ಏನಂತ ಇತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ, summation of fx1 plus minus summation of fx2 minus bracket summation of f1 summation of f2 into median, mean or mode. Lies. Okay. Now we have got with m1 andre ivaga nanage median sikkide. I am repeating once more, median matu 30 sikkide nanage. Based on that I am just taking out. Okay, so as the base I can't here 30 yavadu illa, so I am taking as a 40 as the base here because it is near to number. Fine. For that, mean ಗಿನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯಾವ್ದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಗಿನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯಾವ್ದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ increase greater ಯಾವ್ದಿರುತ್ತೆ, that will be a summation of fx1 ಅಂತ. So for that you have to look into the this column, that is fx1 column. Fine. fx column ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, you will find out very easily. So 880 plus 260 will become the summation of fx1. 200 plus 420 will be summation fx2. As well as nange frequency kuda bekagutte, you have to take the frequency thing. Fine. For that, 8 plus 12 will be fx summation of f2. 16 plus 4 will be summation of f1. When you get this, fine, you have to implement into your formula. Now when you get this one, fine, now you have to go for the execution. For this execution, see clearly here. So fx1 I have got 880 plus 260, add up those, you'll get 1140. fx2 I have already cleared, mentioned you, that is 200 plus 420, that is 620 will become the answer. Summation of f1 will become 16 plus 4, that is 20. 12 plus 8 becomes 20. The formula lies like this: mean deviation equals summation of fx1 minus summation of fx2 minus summation of f1 minus summation f2 into median. Here the problem goes for median, so I have to go through median. Fine. So mean deviation equals, fine, 1140 minus 620. ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಟೇಕನ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ 1140 minus 620 minus 20 into 20 minus 20 into 45 is the median value. Okay, when you get this median value, so minus, when you get this answer, that is 8.67. okay, when you get this 8.67, fine, now you can directly go for coefficient of mean deviation. Same, 8.67 divided by 45, that is the median, right? Same thing. So this is the two methods where you can go for solution. If you are familiar or if you're easy feeling regarding with your direct method, surely you can go for direct method. If you are not good at with your direct method, you can go for a normal method where you can clearly understand very easily. Fine. Whichever is the compatible to you, you can go for it. Fine. So we are going to stop here with the mean deviation of your continuous series. Fine. This is the way we can go for it. Thank Thank you so much, guys. Thank you a lot.